The Santa Claus is my favorite Christmas film. It is one that I really enjoyed and I watch every year. I think the reason why it's my favorite Christmas film is not only because it's rooted in deep nostalgia and my father's love for Tim Allen, but mainly because it is a comedy that mixes, the Christmas part with also some really stark, realistic, grim, real-life stuff. Also, I really liked how the movie is very unique in that nature. The movie gets really serious in the middle half, and there's also the, even though it's a Disney movie and Buena Vista, I think, and yeah, there's some really great jokes in there, lots of subtle stuff that you wouldn't catch as a kid, but really hilarious comedy overall. It's not just a Christmas movie, but it's a really good comedy. I mean, some of those sequences, like the dinner sequence where Scott burns the turkey, or like the scene where he's in the interrogation room with the police, or there's lots of hilarious jokes in this movie that makes it an enduring classic. So if you're unfamiliar with this film for some reason, it's basically about Scott Calvin. He is a divorcee. He works at a toy company, and it's his turn to have Charlie over for Christmas, even though Charlie doesn't want to. They have to, take turns and stuff like that. So Charlie isn't really excited to, hang out with his dad for Christmas. He'd rather, hang out with his mom and her new husband, Neil. And however, after reading his son a bedtime story, they hear a noise on the roof, and when Scott goes out there and shouts at the person on the roof, Santa Claus falls and dies. And then he reads the card that says, if you put on the suit, the reindeer will know what to do. And his whiny son says, Dad, you need to do this, and pressures him into doing it, and he becomes the new Santa Claus. So there's a lot of great jokes just in the first 30 minutes, like the scene where he tries to deliver presents and the alarm goes off and a dog tries to bite him, and then you hear a shotgun being cocked. And then, the movie only gets more whimsical. Really great production design for the North Pole and the elves and everything. They really mesh together the sort of fantastical elements of the North Pole and the realistic elements of him transforming into Santa, and his ex-wife and new husband thinking he's manipulating their child by pretending to be, Santa. The movie takes a really dark turn in that way, but it's also a really interesting look at split families. It's something that's not really in other Christmas movies. There's a real world edge to it, and I really like that. But overall, it's a really enjoyable movie with great jokes. It's still funny to this day. I don't like the sequels. I'll leave it at that. The sequels are not that good. But the first movie is a Christmas classic and my favorite Christmas film. And those are my thoughts on that.